If you have been looking at Optoma UHZ35 high brightness and still are not fully sure whether it is the right buy for your needs, that is exactly what this review is here to clear up before you spend your money. A lot of products can sound great on the listing and still end up feeling underwhelming once they are actually in your hands, so the real question is whether this one gives you solid everyday value, fits the way you plan to use it, and feels worth the price. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's dive right in. I know exactly how you're feeling right now. You're trying to decide whether this Optoma UHZ35 laser projector is the right upgrade for your living room or gaming cave, and you're not sure if it's worth the investment. I was in the same shoes just a few weeks ago, and I know how frustrating it can be to spend thousands on a projector only to realize it's too dim for daytime viewing or can't handle your favorite movies and games the way you expected. That's why I decided to put this one through its paces in real conditions, mornings with sunlight streaming in, late-night movie marathons, and even some fast-paced gaming sessions. So, let me walk you through what it actually delivers, who it's really for, and whether it's worth the cost. If you're interested in learning more, the link to the product is in the description below. I've been using the Optoma UHZ35 for a while now, and I've got to say, it's been a wild ride. This projector has some serious punch, and I mean that in the best possible way. One of the first things that stood out to me was how bright it is. I mean, truly bright. Like, you can actually keep the lights on and still see the picture clearly. That's huge if you've ever struggled with a dim projector that forces you to live in the dark just to watch a movie. I tested it in a room with big windows, and even with sunlight coming through, the image stayed vivid and detailed. That's thanks to the 3,500 lumens, which is a big jump from most home projectors that top out around 2,500. So, if you're someone who wants to watch movies during the day or host a game night without turning the room into a cave, this projector handles it without breaking a sweat. But brightness is just one part of the equation. The UHZ35 also delivers a picture that's out of this world. The true 4K UHD resolution means sharp, detailed images that make everything from nature documentaries to blockbuster movies look immersive. I paired it with a 120-inch screen, and the clarity was impressive, no soft edges or pixelation, even when I sat close. It's also got support for HDR and HLD, which really helps with contrast and color depth. Dark scenes in movies have more depth, and bright scenes pop without looking washed out. If you're into gaming, it's also got a 1080p input option, which keeps motion smooth and responsive, no lag that ruins fast-paced gameplay. I played some of my favorite games on it, and the response time was silky smooth. I didn't experience any ghosting or lag, even in the most intense moments. Another thing that I really appreciated about the Optoma UHZ35 is how easy it is to set up. Unlike some projectors that require complicated keystone adjustments or manual focus, this one has a motorized lens shift and focus. You can adjust the image size and position with the remote, which is a game changer if you're not super tech-savvy. I mounted it on the ceiling, and within minutes, I had a perfectly aligned image without any fuss. Plus, the laser light source means you won't have to replace a bulb every few months, which is a huge plus for long-term value. I've had other projectors in the past where the bulb would go bad after a year or two, and it was a huge expense to replace it. But with the UHZ35, you just won't have to worry about that. But it's not just about the hardware itself, it's also about the experience. And let me tell you, the Optoma UHZ35 delivers on that front too. It's got a range of inputs to connect all your favorite devices, including HDMI 2.0 for 4K content, a USB port for connecting a media player, and a network port for streaming content directly from your TV. The remote control is also super intuitive, with a simple layout and easy-to-use buttons that make it a breeze to navigate through the on-screen menu. If you're interested in learning more, the link to the product is below in the description. Thanks for watching, and I hope this review has been helpful in your decision-making process. Happy viewing, and I'll see you in the next one.